Good afternoon, folks. If you didn't know my name by now, it is Tim Swingle, and I have the honor of not only being Mike's father, I'm his best man. Yes, so I'm really wearing two hats. So I'm going to be speaking with some sincerity and some levity. If I do it right, we'll probably get some claps and we may get some tears along this way. But first, I want to thank you all for joining us in this celebration. It's really, the reality is you people in this room, you're here because some way, somehow, Mike and Alicia's lives, you've affected them, you've influenced them to become what they have today. And I want to thank you all for being here for that. Marriages like births, they are a beginning of a journey to God. And today we have marked the beginning of a wonderful new journey in which Mike has joined together with a very special and most wonderful woman, Alicia. Someone I know that I speak for Mike's entire family when I say we adore her. From the very first time we met her, obviously a beautiful woman on the outside, but even more importantly, a beautiful person on the inside. Loving, caring, generous, these are qualities that stood out from the very first time we met her. Knowing the connection she had made with us adults, but even the love and caring she showed towards my siblings and their children. His niece Audrey, and you saw Mario running around here a little bit. And I realize this speech is not supposed to be about Alicia as much as it is focused on Mike, but I really needed to preface what I'm going to say about Mike. I couldn't really do that without telling you how important Alicia is. However, before I do want to welcome Alicia and her wonderful family into ours with open arms. So, it's not my first rodeo, of course, so I have some comments that I want to make. And getting married is not simply about finding someone to live with that you love. It's not that simple. It's really about finding someone you love to live with and really can't live without. Those are the best marriages. Those are the marriages that really last, that are based on that premise. And Mike and Alicia, if you two haven't already realized it, because I know those of us in your lives have realized that what you have is very, very special. Some people spend their whole lives searching for what you two have for each other and never find it. Seriously, they never find it. I'm so happy for both of you. That being said, I will focus on Mike here. Wow, what a long way you have come. Yes, folks, that beautiful baby right there is Michael.
Who's the guy with the hair?
Me, and of course, that's not the style of And I cut my hair off on purpose. That has nothing to do with it. Yeah, it's been quite a ride since that innocent, beautiful child to the fine young man you are today. And like all babies, he needed help with the basics of living, right? Food and learning to walk, and of course things like baths and diaper changes. And not just the easy ones, but those that occur at some inopportune moments, right? I'm sure all of us that have kids have had a couple of diaper changes that we're planning on. Well, for me, two words come to mind. It's called Pizza Hut. And you know that old adage, you can't fit 10 pounds of you-know-what into a 5-pound bag? Mike took that from theory to fact one day. I knew it, the Pizza Hut people knew it, every person in the restaurant knew it. So don't let anybody ever tell you you can't overtip a server. Because I think out of guilt, even today, I'm still overtipping servers. Oh, then of course...
Why is the music playing?
Then of course the toddler age, which brings its own set of, well, let's call it challenges. Mike get some quirks like any toddler. One thing that sticks out to me was that he just couldn't stop touching hot things. It just wasn't registered in his mind. If we said something was hot in his mind, he said, I better check that out and make sure.
Yeah.
Mike, I just got off the motorcycle. Don't touch it, it's hot. He's got to touch it to see if it's hot. Mike, we just got done mowing the lawn. Don't touch it. He's on the lawnmower mower. Turn his finger. Mike, wood stove's hot. He had to make sure. Thank goodness it didn't scar you. It's unbelievable.
Really?
Then, of course, we got into the preteen years where he's learning to ride bikes and fishing, and I'm sure Mike will never forget, we were up in Pulaski, we were fishing there in Black River, and we've been in the boat most of the afternoon, we were casting along, and on one of my follow-throughs, I felt a snag. You're guessing it, yes, you're all guessing it, I got Mike on that thing. I got his ear, and he was a trooper. I really don't recall him doing much of a cry, but boy, he was bleeding like a stuck pig that day. And he still trusts me because he'll still go fishing with me if I ask him. Then of course we got into sports, and he's playing baseball, and I could play some baseball, so I coached some of his teams. But then he got into hockey, and that dragged him and his whole family throughout the whole Northeast and Canada, 3 or 4 days a week. Okay, I'm dragging on 2 little girls when they were just little bitty things. But then of course the infamous, and I use the word infamous, teenage years and driving a car. Like probably many of you in here who raised teenagers, there were a few sleepless nights of worry. I think it's fairly natural to worry. Mike, of course, had to take that to another level. As the fast car craze seemed to be at full swing then, and frankly, between keeping his cars running and the worrying, every year that he was aging, I was losing a year. And I'm sure most of you know Mike is a big NASCAR fan, and I guess it only makes sense, not just because I dragged him all over NASCAR land at various races, but he seemed to have shown some interest early on. Yes, everybody, Mike probably thought this picture was buried for life. We've resurrected it for everybody to cherish. He's got the racing helmet, he's got the glasses, he's got the gloves working. And it's a Barbie man. He had to fight Emily for that van every day, man. That's Emily right there saying, "Get off that, and I ride it fine." On a more serious note, Mike, he is a loving and caring older brother. Here with Jenna and Emily, and we had a picture up there a second ago, they were sitting there in their Indian outfits, and on every occasion, I can't remember a holiday really when they worked together at some time. Michael, your sisters are fortunate to have you there for them. And I hope you understand how important that is. And one day, you'll actually replace me as the man of this family. And of course, the loving uncle. We got some more pictures up here. I know some people in the back can't see. This is Mike. This is Mike holding the brand new Audrey. That's his sister's daughter, and that was right in the hospital still. The proud uncle. And then, of course, we'll put another picture up. He always helped Mario. He always put a smile on Mario's face, whether Mario's riding a bike. Over here, and another picture, Mike would take Saturday mornings out to help Mike learn how to ice skate, or help Mario learn how to ice skate. That's kind of cool. And the next picture, that really shows that's the uncle, but he's really training himself. He's got a beer bottle and a milk bottle. I don't know where he picked that up from. To get serious now, Mike, listen up, because I'm being real right now. You're taking it to the next level now, son. You have committed to another human being to love her, to honor her, to cherish her, and most importantly, respect her. And you're a fine young man, and I couldn't be more proud of the man that you have become. And I believe, deep in my heart, that you are well suited for that responsibility. You know why I know that? The proof is as plain as day. I believe your choice of the person to spend the rest of your life with is self-evident as to the kind of man that you have become. Alicia, she's the proof. Alicia. We all must have done something right while raising you for you to be so in love with a person like Alicia, and a person like Alicia to be so in love with you. And of course, the next picture is, I don't know, everybody had seen that before, I'm sure some of you in here have. I think that's a pretty special picture because that was the beginning of something awesome, wasn't it? In my opinion, something very special. That's Mike proposing to Alicia out in Arizona someplace. It's a pretty nice background, isn't it? Well, look, it may be, it's in Arizona, it might be the Grand Canyon, but for a young guy growing up in Honeywood in Rochester, it's a pretty nice place to
Pretty
propose, in my
nice.
opinion.
Tim, it's Phoenix Raceway.
Yes. It's off the backstretch there, right. But in closing, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that the reality is your mother and I only get some of the credit. You were very fortunate to be loved and cared for by your very wonderful step-parents, my wife Karen and Lauren's husband Carl. You are two very special people, indeed.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you. So let's all raise our glasses and toast to a very long and joyous union.